What's up, guys? Was87 here, and sorry I've been away a few days, guys, but I've had a terrible cold or flu, whatever. I shouldn't really be doing this video either because I actually still have the flu. And my voice is going a little bit, but yeah, I've had a few things in my mind so that I want to address, and it's this video. I'm not even going to talk about the career mode. It's going to be all about current affairs at United, David Moyes, and what I think. So where do I begin? Okay, first of all, the start of the season for me has been it's been dreadful. Excuse me, it really has. And see, David Moyes, the start he's had, it's been pretty shocking from day one, if you ask me, because for me, one of the biggest mistakes that he made from the start was letting a lot of the coaches at United leave in the first place. Because, excuse me, a lot of the coaches at United, they were great coaches. We had Eric Still, we had Rene, Morgenstein. Hopefully I pronounced that right. These two coaches were huge. I mean, Rene played a big part in the development of Danny Welbeck and Cleverley, and Eric Still, as I'm sure you guys are aware, had a big part in David De Gea. So letting them two go for me was kind of strange, but yeah, I think David Moyes has every right to bring in his own coaches, but letting these two go was, I don't think it was a good decision in my opinion. But see, I know a lot of people are saying David Moyes out. I've read it a lot of places now, Moyes out, etc, etc. I say we will give him time, because you do have to give a coach time. But if you want who I wanted personally as United coach, I said for a long time, this is probably about 2-3 years ago, I've always wanted to see Solskjaer as a manager. You might think, what, Solskjaer? Because he was the reserve team coach at United, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware, for a long time. And I just felt if we give him like a coaching role with the first team, get him to know the club, then maybe afterwards he could take over from Ferguson, because he knows the club inside out. He's got the club at heart. I'm not saying David Moyes hasn't, because he's a very loyal person. But David Moyes, give him a chance. Hopefully he'll come good. But one of the game against Chelsea this season, when we drew 0-0 at Old Trafford, Chelsea played without a striker, and I felt they were there for the taking, Chelsea, and we just didn't quite go for it. And excuse me, the two games against Liverpool and Man City, I can't say nothing about that, because Sir Alex had bad games against them as well. So people that judge him on them two games, you can't, because we had bad results against them two plenty of times in the past. But he doesn't really inspire. He doesn't seem like the most inspiring manager as well, because I don't know, he has this it's like he's already beaten, he's like, yeah, I mean, what he said about we don't have enough world-class players, you shouldn't be saying that. I mean, even if that was true, you shouldn't be saying that, because you got to work what you have. He's working with the champions of the Premier League. United are not a bad side. They've had a bad start to the season, a terrible start, should I say. But they're not bad players. Some of the players we have are quality players. And a lot of people say, but Sir Alex had a bad start when he took over. Yes, that is true. But you got to understand, when Sir Alex took over, United were already bad. Now David Moyes taking over. He's taking over as the champions. It's a very, very big difference. I mean, anyone that comes in to replace Sir Alex is going to have an impossible task. But some of the things that he's come out with this season, it's really annoyed me, because you should be relishing the challenge, not keep saying, complaining about the fixtures. Anyone would struggle. Saying we don't have no world-class players. He said we played well against Liverpool, that we lost, but we didn't play well. I don't care what anyone says. We were awful. We didn't create anything in that game. We were terrible. So he's got to stop with excuses. He's got to motivate the players to do well. That was, I called it. That without Sir Alex we we're not going to be the same side, because he was a massive, massive difference to United. Because I don't know, he brought that massive fear to the players, and that's what he needs to do. He needs to get them players and let them know who's boss. Because if he doesn't, the players, they won't perform. And you know, they have to take responsibility as well. Don't get me wrong, because a lot of them are not performing. And you know, a lot of United fans weren't happy with Rooney in the summer, including myself. But I can't deny he's been excellent, and he's the one player at the moment that looks like he's giving his all every single game. So he's got my respect for that, a lot of respect. You know, down against City, we're losing 4-1. He never gave up, so that's good. I mean, I don't know. It's just getting on my nerves now. All these excuses and all these complaints all the time. And another thing that puzzles me as well is he keeps saying about likes of Kagawa and Hernandez. He keeps saying, "Oh, people at the club keep telling me, you know, what they're all about." I'm not being funny, right? You know what these players are all about. You're telling me when he was a manager at Everton, he didn't know what Hernandez was all about. You know, he didn't do his scouting on players for a certain game to know what they're all about. No, that's just absolute nonsense to me. You know what players are all about. So it's just, I don't know, he needs to just get on with it, keep his mouth shut, stop talking to the bloody press, get on with it, and he should do okay. You know, if he just keeps his mouth shut, keeps his mouth shut and gets on with it, you know, it'll be far better off, because he keeps talking. It's probably getting on a lot of United fans' nerves. But you know, if we give him time, I'm sure he'll come good eventually. But the game against West Brom, what can I say? Absolutely dreadful. Because, you know, we beat Liverpool in the Carling Cup, and we shouldn't have changed that team. We should have kept it the way it was. The exact same team that played. You shouldn't. I don't know. I think he made like 6-7 changes. You shouldn't have done that. Kept the team that played in that game. You know, get some momentum going, and then pick up some points, because West Brom at home. See, West Brom and the rest. I think the next 4 games, United should have got 15 points max. So that's another game we've lost. You know, 6 games in the season, we lost 3 games. Liverpool, Man City, fair enough. You know, we don't want to lose them games, obviously, but it can happen because it's your rivals. But West Brom at home, for me, there's no excuses for that. A lot of United fans saying United won't make the top 4. I don't personally believe that will happen. I do think we'll make the top 4, but if we don't, oh fucking hell. I mean, if you go, we'll put it this way: if United go from champions to not making the top 4, he has to be sacked. Because, you know, I give any manager a chance, because it's difficult, but you can't turn the championship winning side into, well, you can't even hit the top 4, because that's to me would be unacceptable. It really would. I don't care what anyone says, that is not good enough. But yeah, I think the comments he made about no world-class players at the club, that you shouldn't be saying that. That's a stupid thing to say, because to me, world-class players at the club, you've got David De Gea. For me, he's a fantastic goalkeeper now. You've got Vidic, Rooney, and Van Persie. For me, they're the 4 world-class players at the club. You know, you've got to have a good. I think you've got players that are a lot better than what they're showing. You know, Kagawa, he's much better than what he's showing for me. Excuse me. You've got very good players. Lots of Michael Carrick. You know, you've got Evra. You've got Raphael. You've got some excellent players at the club still. So you can't be saying something like that. But then, yeah, again, you say about world-class players. Why didn't we sign no world-class players then? You know, Ozil was available. Why didn't we go for Ozil? People say, oh, but we don't need him. I'm sorry, if a world-class player is available, no matter, you get him. You can't have too many world-class players. You can't. And I'll tell you, that is one of the main reasons for me why Arsenal are flying right now. Because the signing of Ozil, you know, he hasn't done anything amazing yet, because obviously he's only just come to the club. But that arrival of Ozil has given everybody a massive boost. Just like Van Persie did with United. You know, we lost the title to City in the last day of the season. A lot of people doubted United. City didn't strengthen in the summer. United got Kagawa and Van Persie. That Van Persie signing made, you know, it gave everyone, it certainly gave me a massive boost as a fan. I thought, fucking hell, Van Persie. Because I never thought it would happen. I don't think any United fan did. And then what happened? We went on to win the league, and he was top goal scorer. Because these sort of players give the club a huge boost that's needed. You know, Arsenal had a terrible start against Aston Villa. They improved, but there's still doubts. They signed Ozil, then everyone at the club was boosted, and then, well, look at them now, top of the table, and they're flying. They're playing some excellent football, and they are deservedly top of the league. Let's say you haven't played anyone good yet, but you have to beat what's in front of you. You know, we didn't beat West Brom. City didn't beat Aston Villa at the weekend. City didn't beat Cardiff. Chelsea didn't beat Everton. You know, see, the top 3 teams last season have been dreadful, you ask me. So Arsenal, at the moment, well, they're laughing, aren't they? But we should have signed some world-class players in the summer. I don't understand why we didn't. You know, I think Fellaini could come good for United, but 27 million is an absolute, well, it's a crazy transfer fee if you ask me. Way too high. The players, like, we went for Fabregas, and I think we the most we offered was about 30 million, something like that. Which, I mean, you have to offer more than 30 million for Fabregas. He is world class. He's not, you know, a good player with potential. He's a world class. He's a proven world class footballer. You got to pay top money for him. I mean, Ozil went for 42 million. Why didn't we go for him? I don't understand it. You know, he would have boosted us. He would have brought so much to United. It's unbelievable. But I don't understand it. You know, it's just, for me, he has to stop complaining about everything. And I'm not sure why I'm not sure why he said that about the players. You know, don't have enough world-class players. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know why he said that, because, yeah, like I said, even if it was true, you don't say that, because, I mean, how do you think that makes the players feel? Like, they're useless. If I was a player, I'd think, fucking hell, he doesn't think much of us, does he? But I don't know. It's just, the result on the weekend was dreadful. The start of the season has been dreadful. You know, we have to give him a chance. We have to give him more time, because I'm sure in time he probably will get it right. But this is Man United. You know, we can't be pissing about. Yeah, what's worrying, guys, is that since the Swansea game, how many goals have we scored from open play? That's really worrying, because, yeah, we scored in open play in the Champions League, but yeah, that's bad, really bad if you ask me, because, you know, you don't expect that from United, because we're normally such a free-flowing football team, counter-attack, you know, out to the wings and just, you know, bombard balls into the box. So yeah, I think at times our football this season, it's been awful. It really has. But like I said, the players have to take responsibility as well. But Moyes, he has to buckle down, stop talking to the press, get on with his job, and stop moaning about every little thing, because, you know, when he took the job, he must know what to expect. You know, he must have known it weren't going to be easy for him. He was going to be under so much pressure, obviously. But let's just hope that from now until January, you know, we can rack up some points and get up the table. Well, I don't know where we are now. Probably I think about 12th in the table, something like that. So yeah, let's hope we can get a lot higher in the next couple of months, and then in January, try and improve the squad. But please, 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 sort out that midfield. We badly need a world-class central midfielder. Strikers, in terms of strikers go, we're fine. Wingers, we're fine. Defenders, yeah, I think we're fine there as well. Midfielders, it's such an important area of the pitch as well. We need to address that situation badly. But anyway, guys, my rant is over. That's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.